Hey, I'm BK, and today in my brain, we're diving into something that feels both obvious and radical at the same time. What if we practice care everywhere? Not just in therapy offices or hospitals or classrooms, but in tattoo shops, libraries, job interviews, even behind the counter at your local fast food spot. Because here's the thing, trauma isn't isolated to one part of life. So why should healing be? Let me back up a bit. I'm currently finishing a doctoral program in trauma-informed social work practice and leadership, which is a fancy way of saying I've spent years studying how trauma affects us, our bodies, our systems, our relationships, and how we can show up differently. As a mental health clinician, social worker, and someone who has also worked in retail, education, healthcare, and beyond, I've seen up close just how much it matters when someone chooses to treat you like a whole human. I've also seen how rare that is. Sometimes it's the systems, sometimes it's the culture, sometimes it's just burnout, understaffing, or the fact that no one taught us how to lead with care in the first place. But what if we change that? Let's get clear on what I mean by trauma-informed, because it's a buzzword now, and that's not always a good thing. Trauma-informed care isn't just a checklist. It's not a one-time training. It's not about coddling people or walking on eggshells. It's a philosophy, a mindset, a way of interacting that prioritizes safety, physical, emotional, and psychological. According to SAMHSA, trauma-informed care is grounded in 6 core principles: safety, trustworthiness, collaboration, empowerment, peer support, and cultural humility. Levinson, in her work on trauma-informed social work, reminds us this isn't about fixing people. It's about changing how we see them. Instead of asking, "What's wrong with you?" we ask, "What happened to you?" Or, better yet, "What's working for you now, and how can I support that?" Still not clicking? Think of it like universal precautions. In a hospital or food safety setting, we don't wait for proof of contamination to wash our hands. We just do it because it protects everyone. We treat all blood as if it could be infectious, not because we assume the worst, but because we want to avoid harm. Trauma-informed practices are the emotional equivalent. You don't have to know someone's backstory to treat them with consistency, dignity, and care. So why this series? Why these jobs? Because care isn't always expected in the places we need it most. This series is called Trauma-Informed in Unexpected Places. And over the next 36 weeks, I'll be spotlighting one profession per week. Jobs where trauma often shows up, but no one talks about it. Where burnout is high and compassion could make all the difference. We're talking about barbers, park rangers, data scientists, probation officers, tattoo artists, and dozens more. Some of these roles have people already doing amazing things, and I'll highlight those when I can. But mostly, we're focusing on the unexpected, where trauma-informed care is not the norm, but absolutely should be. Every Saturday, I'll release a new video right here on this channel, and every Friday, I'll post a YouTube short revealing the next week's topic using a random digital spinner. It's fun, it's spontaneous, and if we get enough subscribers, I'll do the spins live. You'll also find this series across all my platforms with slightly different flavors. Medium focuses on real-world examples or case studies. HubPages digs into policy and current trends. Substack leans emotional and reflective. BKaysBrain.com is the brain dump, where I overthink out loud. 29 Blooms is where I post training resources and tools for each profession. Ko-fi and Blue Sky feature artwork, community comments, and highlights. YouTube is home for these long-form videos. And Etsy, Gumroad, and TPT are where you can grab digital tools and downloads. Yes, I use AI to help with formatting and video prep, especially editing. Because let's be honest, ain't nobody got time for that. But I research, write, and shape every piece of this myself. And I'd love to collaborate if you want to help reduce my AI use and join the work. All right, now it's time for our first spin of the wheel. This will decide the very first profession we cover in the series, and the full video will drop on Saturday, May 3rd, 2025. And we're kicking things off with hospitality workers. From front desk staff to banquet crews, these folks deal with intense pressure, long hours, and high expectations. Let's explore how trauma-informed practices could shift the culture and support the people holding it all together. Subscribe for the weekly drops, follow me on the socials, and let's reimagine care everywhere. See you next time.